Classic happened recently. Did you watch it or anything?
I unfortunately couldn't, but I'm excited to hear how Great Britain did.
All right. Well, what were what were your expectations on Great Britain?
I expect us to have won at least half of our game. I expect us not to be knocked out in group stage. How about
Well, you didn't lose all your games.
that? What's that supposed to mean?
You went 1-3 in the group stage and got eliminated like almost immediately. But in terms of the rest of the baseball classic, we're going to be talking about that soon. Hello, and welcome to another episode of SCS Baseball. Opening day is upon us, and we will be doing predictions soon. Like, about halfway through the episode, maybe. Depends on how long these other topics take for us to do. Scoom could not join us right now. He's a little busy. He might be joining us soon, like a little later though. So yeah. But anyways, the World Baseball Classic happened, and it was a doozy, to say the least.
No, it wasn't. Great Britain lost.
Cam, shut up.
Fuck you.
But in terms of who won the World Baseball Classic, we'll get there. We'll get there. But first, we're gonna talk about who came out of the group stages, because it definitely wasn't Great Britain. It wasn't Canada either. In terms of Scoom's stuff, it wasn't Canada either. They got closer than Great Britain did, but unfortunately it fell into the might of Mexico, which was a little surprising, honestly. I wasn't expecting Mexico to go as far as they did, but here we are. Anyways, in terms of group runner-ups and winners, the Group A winner was Cuba, and the runner-up was Italy, which was very surprising. I did not expect that at all. It ended up being a 5-way tiebreaker, and Italy just so happened to win it. Or not win it, get second place. Cuba won it, but Italy got second place. So they were the runner-up. In terms of Group B, Japan won, which, raise your hand for how many of you were surprised that happened.
My hands are underneath me.
If any of you raised your hands, you're lying to yourselves.
Denial.
And the Group B runner-up was Australia, which is a little surprising to me, but Scoom told me that he wasn't so surprised that Korea didn't go as far as I would have thought they would. So, there's that. And then for Group C, Mexico actually was the winner of that group. And then the US was the runner-up, which I was kind of hoping a little bit that the US would have been knocked out and that Canada would have instead been the runner-up, because that would have been so funny. But unfortunately, that did not happen, so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And then for Group D, the Group D winner was not the Dominican Republic. It, in fact, was Venezuela. The Dominican Republic didn't even make it out of the group stage either, because Puerto Rico kicked their asses and made it into the quarterfinals. And that game between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, Cam is a little sensitive about it, so we're just gonna move on from that.
Fucking better.
So the quarterfinals happen, and the first game to happen was between Cuba and Australia, which apparently has been a rivalry in baseball for a while now. I've just never known about it. Apparently these two countries like hate each other in terms of baseball, especially
I
with
know
like
Australia
little,
had a bit team.
especially with like little league shit. Like, I just never knew about it because I don't pay attention to little league. But Cuba ended up winning that one 4-3. It was quite a close game. And then the second game happened between Japan and Italy, and it wasn't close at all. Not at all. It ended 9-3 Japan, which again, raise your hands on how many of you thought or were surprised about this fact. Like, honestly, I'm surprised Italy even made it this far. I'm more surprised that Italy even made it this far. Cam, put your hand down. No, you're not. Just stop making the pouty face at me. They can't even see it.
I just fucking put my camera on to put my hand up.
But Italy, although it was a nice little story that they made it to the second round, they unfortunately could not go any farther than that. And then we had Game 3, which was a high-scoring affair between the U.S. and Venezuela. Cam, you want to know who won that one?
Venezuela.
Oh, well, you're wrong. It was the U.S. The U.S. won 9-7, which I would say was probably the highest scoring game that happened outside of group play, but that's probably a lie, actually. Wait, no, it is. It is. Wait. Actually, no, it's tied with this other game that I'm about to talk about, which is the semifinals. The first game of the semifinals were between Cuba and the U.S. And, you want to know who won?
Cuba?
No.
Fuck.
It was the U.S. 14-2. Not even close.
What the fuck?
Cuba were without Yordan Alvarez and another Cuban player whom me and Scoom were pretty surprised to see did not go into the World Baseball Classic. But yeah, 14-2 U.S. They go to the championship round. The second game for the semifinals was between Japan and Mexico.
Oh, wait, let me guess.
Okay.
Mexico.
You're once again wrong. You would have been right if it wasn't for the bottom of the ninth inning, where Japan fucking smacked a home run so far that Randy Arozarena fucking could not, like, he couldn't just jump up, catch it, and then be like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, bitch. No, they fucking smacked that shit to the moon. It's still falling. It hasn't touched the ground yet.
Oh, it's suddenly, my fucking window!
Apparently, it has just landed in Cam's window.
Fuck this, I'm gonna sell this shit.
Damn, you're not even gonna keep it?
No, I'm selling it. I don't want to know about the shitty Mexico fucking...
But Japan won 6-5. So the championship round for the World Baseball Classic was a showdown between Japan and the USA. arguably two of the best baseball countries in the world. And I say arguably because you still have Puerto Rico, you still have the Dominican Republic.
You still have Great Britain.
You still no, you're just objectively wrong.
Fuck you.
But the championship round was between Japan and the USA. You want to make one final guess, Cam?
Okay. I'm gonna think about it.
All right.
So it's Japan versus USA, right?
Yeah.
So two titans clashing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like USA has like they have people like Adam Ottavino on pitchers, right?
I actually don't know who all they had for pitchers. I know they had David Bednar of the Pirates, who is arguably our best pitcher. He's our closer. They had Adam Wainwright. And then I can't remember who else they had for pitching. But in terms of hitting, they had Pete Alonso, Paul Goldschmidt, Tim Anderson, Trey Turner, Nolan Arenado, Mike Trout, JT Realmuto, Mookie Betts, and then someone else in the other outfield spot. I don't remember.
Yes. And for outfielders, it's probably like Kyle Tucker.
Oh yeah, Cal Tucker probably, yeah.
Infielders, you forgot Jeff McNeil. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, I think Jeff McNeil was on Team USA as well. I think so.
Yes. I'm thinking like.
And then Japan, they had Shohei Ohtani, Masataka Yoshida, and then Lars Nootbaar, and then just a bunch of superstars in the Japan leagues for baseball.
Well, I have faith in the Star Spangled Banner, so I'm gonna say the USA won the World Baseball Classic. Let's go, America!
You did not get a single fucking prediction right. Not a single fucking one. You're when it comes to season predictions, you're gonna be fucking boned, man. You're gonna be fucking boned. It was Japan. Japan won 3-2, and the final at bat was between USA captain Mike Trout and Japanese captain Shohei Ohtani. Two teammates, two Goliaths of the sport, facing off against each other in what could possibly be one of the greatest at-bats in not just the history of the World Baseball Classic, but in the history of baseball. And Shohei Ohtani won the war.
Oh.
And I saw Shohei Ohtani's final inning on because the MLB YouTube channel was kind enough to post it, and I saw it. And Shohei Ohtani, man, that dude's throwing fire. He was throwing absolute darts into the strike zone. Pitches at like 101 miles per hour, which is the hardest he's ever thrown. I think he's gonna have himself a year. He like what we saw with Aaron Judge last year, because he was on a contract year. I don't think that's gonna even. I don't even think that's gonna be like comparable to the type of year Shohei Ohtani is about to have.
Yeah.
I think Shohei Ohtani is gonna have a fucking year. And then next offseason he's gonna leave the Angels and go to a more competent team like either the Dodgers or the Mets. Maybe even the Cardinals. Maybe that Lars Nootbaar connection in the World Baseball Classic might have something to do with Shohei Ohtani's decision in terms of contracts. But yeah, I think Shohei Ohtani is gonna have himself a year, and I think it might actually be one of the greatest years of baseball ever, which is gonna be really funny because Aaron Judge just had one of those last year.
Oh yeah, Aaron Judge. I forgot about that guy. Kind of had like his 2 seconds of fame.
His 2 seconds of fame, man. Already, Yankees fans are gonna be commenting very mean things to us, but I don't really care.
Yankees fans, do your worst.
I don't. Get yourselves banned on YouTube because you called me a slur. Whatever. I don't even care. But I think that's about enough talking about the World Baseball Classic. You know, it was fun. It was a nice little tournament to have. You know, sucks that we got
like spring training, but competitive.
Yeah, exactly, and it meant something. Although a lot of Americans don't think that it meant something, but I do, and Cam does, and all these players that played in it also think that it meant something.
I think it means something. It actually means if I won, I could try and like get onto the British team because I know I sound unathletic, but I actually can hit off. I can hit and pitch. I'm kind of like a British Shohei Ohtani. But
I'll believe it when I see it.
Watch me get onto the British team.
All right, you have 4 years.
I don't want to do it in 4 years. I'm 20.
You have 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when the next World Baseball Classic will likely be.
Oh, that's fine. I'll be able to do it. Fucking waffles, everything.
All right, but that's gonna be enough about the World Baseball Classic. Let's talk about a little bit of news. A little bit of news that's been going on in the MLB circle in the past couple of weeks. I know we missed a week last week, or 2 weeks ago. We missed an episode. We apologize for that. We all just got really busy. So, now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker, my favorite.
And a couple of other really good MLB prospects who their teams have taken notice about how good they look to be and have decided, you know what? Welcome to the show.
Did you really just say that?
That's what they say anytime a prospect comes into fucking the MLB. They say, welcome to the show.
Well, guess what?
That was cringe as shit, mate. Stop.
That was a fucking terrible accent. Jesus Christ. That's fucking cringe, isn't it, fam?
It's fucking cringe, isn't it, fam?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Never again.
Never again.
Guys, cancel Snoop, please.
Cancel Snoop. No, god damn it!
Scoot in for an episode and you fucking ruin everything.
I'm sorry!
No, you're not.
All right, so let's talk about Jordan Walker and a couple of other prospects. So, a couple of teams during spring training have been taking a look at a couple of guys, including Gunnar Henderson, Corbin Carroll, Jordan Walker, and Anthony Volpe. And they've all decided, hey, come on up to the MLB. Let's get on in here.
So wait, does this mean that they get to fight against Francisco Alvarez?
No, Francisco Alvarez is still in the AAA.
Fuck.
He's got to work on his defense a little bit. But now that some of these other guys are in here, Francisco Alvarez has a bit of time to reclaim his #1 prospect rating.
Kind of tanked a little in the last year, didn't he?
Yeah, a little bit, but like,
fair.
But like, to be fair, he had to go up against Corbin Carroll and Gunnar Henderson, who are the favorites for Rookie of the Year this year. So like, I'm not really that surprised that he got kicked off for a little bit, and he's gonna be kicked off for a little bit, but he'll get it back once Corbin Carroll and Gunnar Henderson's prospect status is removed.
When does prospect status get removed?
I think it's like after 45 games in the MLB.
I see.
Something around that number. Somewhere around 45. But yeah, Jordan Walker and Anthony Volpe of the Cardinals and Yankees, respectfully and disrespectfully, will be making their MLB debuts. And Cam, I'm going to ask you something. Do you think either of these two, or Carroll and Henderson, will make any, like, will help their teams in any way, shape, or form?
Jordan Walker will. The other ones I haven't heard too much about, but Jordan Walker I've seen performances from.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think Jordan Walker will be a big impact for Cardinals.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think he could be a big help in terms of their, like...
Albert Pujols.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are comparing him to Pujols, but I think even with that big-ass shadow looming over him, I think he'll be just fine. I think he'll help them out a little bit.
If not, then sucks to be him.
It'll suck to be a man by the name of Scoom if he doesn't pan out.
Ha!
He's been going on for weeks that Jordan Walker might be one of the best players, one of the best, like, rookies to come out into the MLB. Whenever
all that it makes me think about is, like, all when Scoom talks about Jordan Walker, I just, like, go hee hee, giggle.
Hee hee, giggle. But what if he sucks? Is what I would think.
Then have something to hold over Scoom's head.
That's basically what I thought the entire time. Like, anytime Jordan Walker would come up and Scoom would be like, "Oh yeah, this man is gonna be fucking awesome. He's gonna win. He's definitely gonna win Rookie of the Year." I just thought, but what if he sucks?
What if he sucks ass?
I don't think he will, but you know, you never know you never know these things. He could end up being absolute garbage, but we don't know. He could end up filling those really big shoes with an A and a P on them.
PP?
Shut up.
Fuck you.
All right. But yeah, so you think Walker will probably be the biggest impact? Do you think Walker would be the biggest impact on his team, or do you think that could go to somebody else?
No, I think Jordan Walker's got it in the bag.
All right.
Scoom will give me credits for talking well about his team.
Listen, I like Jordan Walker. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you're wrong.
I could be, and I want to be wrong.
But watch him prove you wrong. Jordan Walker does not prove Snoop wrong after watching this.
Oh man. All right. So now that we've talked about them for a little bit, a little piece of news that happened. So you guys remember whenever we ranked all the City Connect jerseys a while
Okay,
back.
City Connect jerseys.
Well, there will be more to be unveiled this year. And the teams who will be getting them are the Braves, Rangers, Mariners, Reds, Orioles, and Pirates.
Why the Braves?
I don't know.
They don't deserve anything good.
They don't deserve anything good. And and in my personal opinion, they didn't get anything good. Because I can't say too much about these uniforms. They're okay, but like, as Scoom told me like yesterday, whenever I like asked him about them, he said they really did pick the most boring option. And Braves fans, you can go ahead and disagree with me and Scoom on this, but cope.
I see.
Just
simply shits on it anyway because I don't like it.
Simply cope, alright? They're not bad. I understand what they were going for, and I respect what they were going for. They just look boring. They just look boring, and I'm kind of hoping the other teams don't do the same thing.
See?
But hey, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think the Rangers will be the next team to unveil theirs, so we'll see what they put up to the plate.
Nothing.
Nothing. Wow, look, nothing.
Oh wow, look! This is worthless.
This is worthless. Alright. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. It is... Oh shit, I didn't want to click that. But it is season prediction time!
Yay! I can't wait to get all my shit wrong.
You might not get all your shit wrong. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the only one who gets one correct. But basically, how we're gonna be doing this is we're gonna have the both of us, and then I'll probably get Scooms later.
Get Scooms on the next episode.
Get Scooms on the next episode. No, I'll just get his later. Or if he shows up at some point during this episode, I'll get him then. But, basically, we're gonna go through each division in baseball, and then we're gonna go through the AL East, AL Central, AL West, NL East, NL Central, NL West, our 3 wild cards, which are basically the teams who were not good enough to win their division, but were good enough to make the playoffs.
Huh.
And then we're gonna pick who will make it to the World Series for the AL, who will make it for the World Series in the AL, who will win the World Series based on who we've picked. We'll pick the worst team, who we think the worst team will be, who will have the worst record by October, once postseason play starts. And then a little pick that I had, which is called the Orioles pick, which is basically who will basically be a team who was one of the worst, and then, become one of the best by the end of this year. Because that's what happened with the Orioles last year, so that's why it's called the Orioles pick. But we'll get to that later. First things first. Cam,
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win the AL East?
AL East.
Yeah, the AL East.
So in the AL East, we've got like Yankees,
We've got
Rays.
Yankees. No, Braves are NL East. You've got Yankees, Red Sox,
I said Rays,
Blue
as in
Jay.
the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, Rays. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you got
Understand
the
my
Rays.
accent?
No, it wasn't the accent. It was just you cut out a little bit
Kill
on
you.
Discord.
I kill you. As much as I hate to say it, actually no, as much as I love to say it, fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the
Anyway,
Yankees.
Orioles.
The
I think the
Orioles.
Orioles. I think the Orioles. I
Okay.
think the Orioles are taking
I'll-
AL East.
I'll take that pick. That's a very I don't know if like I would have picked them even though I do like the Orioles. I do think they will be a playoff team. I just don't know if they win that division, in all honesty.
I think they do, and I want to see them prove you wrong.
I would love for them to prove me wrong, trust me.
In turn, they do not prove Snoop wrong.
Damn, that would suck. Alright, so you're picking the Orioles then.
Aye.
Alright then. Okay. I gotta think about this. Because there are a lot of teams in the AL East, minus the Red Sox, who could potentially be a playoff team.
Did you have to do the Red Sox like that?
It was true!
Well, you didn't have to do them like that.
Can't help it, it's true.
I mean, sure, pop off, girl boss, but like...
If they end up proving me wrong, I'll actually be a little sad.
If they prove you wrong, I'll shit myself. Please don't prove her wrong.
Please don't prove me wrong.
I don't want to shit my pants.
But, I could go boring and pick the Yankees, despite the fact that I hate them oh so much.
Don't be boring.
I could pick the Blue Jays, which would be a pretty out there pick.
It's better to be controversial than be boring.
I could pick the Rays, which is somewhere like in the middle of like controversial and boring.
Oh yeah, the Rays are totally gonna get it this year, man.
I'm gonna pick the Blue Jays.
Fuck you. Who picked the Blue Jays last time?
For playoffs, I think we all did.
All of us.
Well, we didn't pick them to win the World Series, but we picked them to win their wild card series, and that did not happen.
And then suddenly Curb Your Enthusiasm plays up. Dun dun dun.
Alright. Anyways, Cam?
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win the AL Central? So these are teams like the Royals, Tigers, Guardians, White Sox, and Twins. Well,
I literally could not care about them.
Well, I could tell you who won last year.
Was it the Guardians?
Yeah, it was the Guardians.
Then it's the Guardians again.
You're gonna go Guardians again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I don't think either the White Sox or the Twins will have enough to beat out the Guardians. I think the Twins might get a little closer, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Guardians.
Let's be real. What are the White Sox doing?
Yeah, that's true. They got one guy, and he isn't even that like impressively good.
that one guy is like, yeah, he do thing.
Yeah, he do thing. He hit ball.
He hit ball. Not very good most of the time, but he hit ball.
He hit ball. Uh, Now I'm gonna ask you for your AL West pick, which are teams like the Athletics, the Angels, the Rangers, the Astros, and the Mariners.
I don't. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say my pick for this.
I'll just assume I know what your pick is, and I'm gonna say Astros.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck, but I am gonna go a little controversial here and pick the Mariners.
Oh,
Oh,
Robert, what the fuck are you smoking?
Listen, alright? Listen, okay? The Mariners got close last year, alright? They got close.
What did
And
the
I think
Astros do last year?
they won the World Series. But remember how I said during the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico game I didn't want to go further into that?
Yeah.
Well, similarly to what happened in that game, Jose Altuve, their second baseman, also got injured, and he's gonna be out until like June, maybe July.
But guess who's not back until fucking next fucking series?
Next year, you mean?
Next series, fuck you.
Alright, and I understand that. But, I think Jose Altuve going out is a sign of a bad omen for the Astros. And I think the Mariners are gonna take advantage of that. And honestly, I also want to pick something other than the Astros.
Oh, okay, fair.
All right, Cam. Now it's your stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Now it's the NL East.
Okay. So everyone except the Marlins and Nationals has a chance.
Yes.
The Phillies have a lot of. The Phillies recently, and obviously last year, had a lot of they had a lot of energy to them. They were so prepared.
Yeah.
Um.
And they added Trey Turner after they just went to the World Series.
Yep.
The Braves won the World Series 2 years ago. You know, got the 2 seed, won the division last year, ended up losing to the Phillies. But, and then the Mets almost got close to winning the division last year until a case of division gone happened.
Fuck you.
And then they added, also the Braves, they added Sean Murphy and got rid of William Contreras, who's now on the Brewers, but we'll get into that a little bit later. What do you mean fuck you? That's good.
I said Milwaukee.
Oh. Your mic cut out again, so I couldn't hear you.
I want to cry.
But basically, and then the Mets again. They got close to winning the division last year, didn't. Lost to the Padres, who ended up making the NLCS, who then lost to the Cardinals. I mean, not the Cardinals, the Phillies. God, I wish they lost to the Cardinals. That would have been correct. But, then they added all the pieces that they did. They lost Jacob deGrom, which isn't great, honestly. That was a pretty big L. But then they got Justin Verlander, and then they got Kodai Senga, and then they got Jose Quintana, who
We've
will be
still got
out
Max
for a little bit.
Scherzer.
You still got Max Scherzer. You know, you brought back Brandon Nimmo.
We unfortunately don't have Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, that sucks, but like, you know, I still
He's
think you'll be pretty good.
amazing pitcher.
No trumpets this year.
Aww. Can we play the trumpets for like Eduardo Escobar whenever he just like walks out to start hitting balls? Because if you look,
you can play trumpets. You can play trumpets
I
whenever
know
he
the
does that.
trumpet.
All right, bet.
Buys a trumpet.
All right, so Cam, who do you think's gonna
Yeah.
win? Who do you think's gonna win the NL East?
The Mets, but it's gonna be really hard.
All right, you're picking the Mets.
The Mets, baby.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with the Marlins.
Snow, don't be a fucking idiot.
Ah, just kidding. I'm going Phillies.
I'm going with the Phillies, I see. You dare oppose me? Die.
You dare oppose me, perish. You will die by my hand!
Okay, Todd.
Alright. Now, Cam, I'm gonna ask you this question. Who do you think's gonna win the NL Central? And why is it the Cardinals?
In today's 52 slide presentation, today I will tell you why the Cardinals will not.
Really? Do you actually believe that, or are you just fucking with me?
Now I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Alright, so you're picking Cardinals then?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially with fucking Gary America.
Yeah. Alright,
Gotta
Cam.
love that.
Alright, Cam. Final division winner. Who do you think is gonna win the NL West?
Not the Dodgers.
Not the Dodgers?
Not the Dodgers.
So who then?
Not the Rockies. Not the Dodgers. Not the Giants. Not the Diamondbacks. Padres. Padres all the way.
You going Padres?
I'm going Padres.
Alright.
Am I wrong with this? Maybe. But do I feel correct? Yes.
I'm going Padres too, honestly. Like, honestly, all the Padres did was make it to the NLCS and then add Xander Bogaerts and a couple of other pieces. You wanna know what the Dodgers did? Lose to the Padres and then add basically nothing. And lost Trey Turner. And added nothing to, you know, so and then added nothing to, like, be there with him. Like, not with him, but replace him. They added nothing to replace him, so... Yeah, Padres. Alright, now we get to the fun part. We get to the fun part here. Who do you think the 3 wild cards for the AL will be? Cam? Are you there? Uh-oh.
Of all possible days that my Wi-Fi could cut out, it has to be during prediction day.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was wondering if that was me or you.
Oh, that's me. So, now I have no Wi-Fi.
Oh, damn. Alright, well, you want to make your AL wildcard picks then?
There's 3 wild cards, right?
Yeah, 3.
And they will be... My wild cards will be... Now,
Okay.
obviously, I said the Orioles were going to take East.
Yeah.
Said the Guardians are taking Central.
Yeah.
And I said the Astros are taking West.
Yeah. So that's your top 3 seeds. Now, who are going to be your bottom 3 seeds? They could be from either of those three divisions.
Okay, well, I think that the 3 seeds below are going to be the Blue Jays, the Mariners. Can you pick 2 seeds from like AL West?
2 seeds from the AL West? Yeah, you can.
Okay, Mariners, Rangers, and Blue Jays.
Mariners, Rangers, and Blue Jays, huh?
I don't want the. I want the Yankees to. I'm just. I want the Yankees to choke.
I feel like they have that in them.
I feel like they have it to choke.
Alright. So wait, the order... So, is it in order Mariners, Rangers, Blue Jays, or are you just
Spouting.
Just spouting? Alright, well I'm gonna put it in that order. Alright, and then my 3 AL wild cards. I think
Keep in mind, you can be wrong on this.
I'm gonna go with Yankees because... Wait,
You're
no.
wrong.
Wait. Okay, Yankees, Mariners, Twins.
Twins?
Yeah, Twins.
Can you explain?
You see, there's this little-known shortstop by the name of Carlos Correa, and
Really?
a little-known outfielder by the name of Byron Buxton. If both of those guys can stay healthy, I think the Twins might be very, very good. Plus, they added Pablo Lopez from the Marlins. And a bunch of other things. Mariners, obviously, then the Mariners. And Yankees, although I like the idea that they could choke, I just don't see it happening.
It's not likely.
It's not likely. So, I just
It's a fantasy.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Now you get to pick your 3 wild cards for the NL.
Okay, well, the NL wild cards. Braves, Phillies, and Diamondbacks.
Ooh, I like that pick. Very spicy.
That's a spicy meatball.
You think the Dodgers are also gonna choke?
Yeah.
That's fair. You can believe those things. I, unfortunately, do not believe that either. So I'm gonna pick Dodgers, Braves. Dodgers, Braves, Phillies.
Fuck. Mean to me.
Listen, I want to believe that the Dodgers will choke. I just don't.
Oh, you
Wait.
should.
Wait, hold on. Ah, fuck. I already picked the Phillies to win the NL East. So I'm gonna change the Phillies to the Mets.
You better.
And I'm gonna
So
put
it's like,
the...
just for that.
Okay, just for that, I'm switching the Mets to the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I forgot I picked the Phillies to win the NL East. That's my bad. So yeah, Dodgers, Mets, Braves.
Yay.
All right, Cam. Now you get to pick out of the 6 teams you picked, which are the Orioles, Guardians, Astros, Mariners, Rangers, and Blue Jays. Who do you think will represent the American League in the World Series?
I honestly think it's gonna be Astros again.
You think it's gonna be Astros again?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't pick the Astros because I don't even have them making the playoffs. So
Who you
I'm
have?
so I'm gonna. Oh wait. Oh fucking hell! I did it again.
What?
I picked Mariners, even though I picked the Mariners to win the AL West.
Loser.
So I guess I have to put the Astros in as the wild card. I don't know who else could make it, honestly. Actually, no. I'm switching my Twins answer to the Orioles.
Yay! The Orioles, join me.
Because I think the Orioles have a better shot at making the playoffs than the Twins do. The Twins, if they want to make the playoffs, they have to win the NL Central, and I just don't see that happening. So the Orioles. I changed my
don't
answer.
have it in 'em.
I officially changed my answer.
Yay.
And who I think will come out in the AL, honestly, I might go with the Mariners, honestly.
The Mariners.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, this just seems like their year.
You can be wrong, I guess.
All right. Well then, Cam, if I do be wrong, who do you think will represent the National League in the World Series? Out of the Mets, Cardinals, Padres, Braves, Phillies, and Diamondbacks.
I want to be blind and say the Mets, but
I want to be blind.
and I don't want to assume that that Mr. Walker's just gonna take the fucking Cardinals to fucking sweet victory. Can we be blind and say that the Mets are gonna do something? Yeah, let's say the Mets.
All right, you're going Mets. All right,
Yeah.
you go Mets. I will go. I think I'm gonna go Padres.
Okay.
So you have Astros and Mets, and I have Mariners and Padres. Who do you think's gonna win your World Series, Cam?
The Mets.
The Mets World Series.
Mets World Series. We have it in us. We just have to play our cards right.
All right. Now, Mariners and Padres is a very interesting one. And it could be...
Yeah, and the fact that it will happen.
So, I'm gonna... whose year is it? Is it Padres' year or Mariners' year?
Could be the Padres.
I think, yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be Padres in 7 games. Alright, Cam. Now you get to pick the worst team. Who do you think the worst team will be?
What do you mean?
Who will have the worst record by the end of this year out of all of the MLB?
You're giving me freedom. Well, Snoop. Who do you support against Snoop? I forgot.
I'm actually an Athletics fan.
Oh. Sorry, I can't be friends with you anymore.
No, Pirates fan. I'm a Pirates fan. You're gonna pick the Pirates, aren't you?
Nah, I'm gonna pick. You know who I'm actually gonna pick?
Huh?
The worst team is gonna be the fucking, the Red Sox.
Wow. That's a bold ass pick.
I know.
You know what? I'm gonna make a bold ass pick too. I think the Rockies are gonna be the worst team.
Oh. Welcome to Bold Claim City. Population, you and me.
Yeah. Although Scoom could also make a bold pick.
I want to kind of know what his pick is.
You know, we'll find out at some point. All right, Cam.
After the break.
All right, Cam. Now it's my little fun pick that we have here. Who do you think? Who's your Orioles pick? Which again is a team that was one of the worst, turning into one of the best by the end of this year.
The Phillies technically were one of the worst. Well, not last year, but like you know,
Yeah.
the Phillies are the underdogs. I believe they have it in them.
Cam, you're not allowed to pick the Phillies as your Orioles pick.
Yes, I am.
They weren't one of the worst teams last year. They made the playoffs. They made the World
Shut
Series.
up, or else I was considering choosing the Pirates.
Okay, well, are you?
Yes.
All right. Bet.
Cam's on his redemption arc.
You know what? I'll also pick the Pirates. They just.
Let's go. Let's be wrong together.
They just seem to have. This year just seems to be a lot different than last year. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but I think they'll be way better than they were last year.
Good thing you didn't say they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Send you to a psych ward.
Yeah, probably. Hi. It's a day later, and I have Scoom here with me. And we're gonna get his. We're gonna get his predictions real quick before we end off the episode.
Yeah, I would have loved to show up that day, but I did not get a lot of sleep the night before, and I felt like I was going to turn to like a pile of ash if I tried.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll be fixed next week. Next week.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have baseball soon. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Baseball
Alright.
that matters. I've fallen off the wagon a bit with the spring training. I gotta admit, it goes on like just a little bit too long, very slightly.
Yeah.
But I guess then again, that is the perfect kind of length for it. So,
Yeah. Alright, so
about those predictions, yeah.
yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna quickly go over it with you. The audience already knows how these work, but I'm just gonna go over it with you. Basically, you're gonna pick the 3 division winners for each conference, that being the East Division, the Central Division, and the West Division. You're gonna pick the 3 wild cards for both conferences after that.
So I basically pull up the playoffs bracket, and I guess how it's gonna go.
Yeah, and then you're gonna pick who you think will be based on the 6 teams that you picked during the playoff to be in the playoffs, who you think will be in the World Series, and then who you think will win the World Series.
Sounds good. Just one problem.
Yeah.
My mom is saying I need to see her right now. I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
All right.
Play some elevator music while I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm back.
All right, welcome back.
Hopefully you skip. Well, hopefully you skip ahead of it in the editing.
Probably. But going ahead to what I was saying, so yeah, you'll basically pick all the teams who will make the playoffs, 3 division winners for each conference, 3 wild cards for each conference. You'll pick who you think will make the World Series out of those 6 teams and who will win the World Series. And then we've also got a pick for the worst team, which will be the worst team in all of baseball, as well as this little thing I like to call the Orioles pick, which is basically who you think will be the team who starts the year as one of the worst and ends the year as one of the best teams.
All right, we'll see. Sounds like a bit of a cope on the Orioles pick front, given that they got beat out last year. But
Yeah.
the worst is easy, like painfully easy. That's gonna be the Reds. So division winners on each side. What's up?
I'm just gonna quickly say real quick, you were the only person who went with like a no-brainer pick.
What did Cam say?
He said the Red Sox.
That is a cope. I'm sorry, Cam.
and then I picked the Rockies.
The Rockies is also kind of a no-brainer pick, to be fair. It's just that, like, the Reds
Yeah.
are the Reds.
They are the Reds.
They are the Reds. They did nothing during they did nothing during the off season, while the Pirates were constantly moving in the off season. So I think the Pirates and the Reds will at least not be equals this year.
All right. So who do you think's gonna win the American League East?
The AL East?
Yeah, the AL East.
Let me. It's been a little bit, so let me remind myself which teams are AL teams. So AL East, okay, I see them. See them. The AL East, So, yeah, for AL East, I think Yankees.
Yankees?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not what I want, but it is what I think is realistic.
You're just not cutting the bullshit, unlike what me and Cam did.
Your internet did not like my answer, apparently. What next? AL Central?
Yeah, the AL Central.
For AL Central, I think that's also kind of an easy one. I think that the Guardians are the most likely candidate to win the AL Central.
Me and Cam also agreed there.
Didn't they do it last year?
Yeah, they did do it last year.
Yeah, and I don't think the other teams have made enough moves. In fact, I think the White Sox and the Tigers have actively taken some losses in the offseason.
Yeah. The Twins did do a couple of things. The only thing with them is, can they stay healthy for an entire year?
Especially with their like star player being someone whose health was bad enough that he got turned down by the Mets.
Yeah.
And another team, I think it was the Giants?
Yeah, it was the Giants.
In the AL West. Oh, the Astros is in this division.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Astros again. They have not changed enough to threaten their standing there. Especially not in comparison to the other AL East teams, because admittedly I am a bit skeptical about the Mariners and their performance this year.
I actually picked the Mariners to win, mostly because the Astros lost their star second baseman Jose Altuve, and I see that as a bad omen. Hopefully.
Perhaps. But they still have Yordan Alvarez. They got Jose Abreu from the White Sox.
Yeah, that's true.
Abreu was a White Sox like his entire fucking career until now, so it must be heartbreaking for them.
Yeah. They're not gonna make the playoffs, and they're gonna watch their star player possibly win the World Series. All right. So now we move on to the NL. Who do you think's winning the NL East? It's pretty much
NL East?
between three. Yeah.
It is pretty. It's pretty much between three. If that three is the Mets, Phillies, and Braves.
Yeah.
And this time, honestly, I think it's gonna be the Mets. The Mets have made some big strides in the off season. Justin
Fair.
Verlander has been a really, really good addition.
Yeah.
Kodai Senga needs a bit of work, but he's got the spirit. And I think that the new batters for the Mets are all pretty good. Don't really have any complaints about any particular players in the Mets.
All right. You and Cam went with the Mets. I went with the Phillies.
Valid. The Phillies are they got pretty close last year, and even despite the fact that they didn't win the division. The Braves won the division, but that didn't do them a whole lot of good because the Phillies proceeded to fucking embarrass them. In the NL Central, you already know my
Yeah,
answer to this
I was gonna say, do I even have to ask? Do I even
There is
have to?
one NL Central team that I'm ever gonna back, and it's the fucking Cardinals. St. Louis, baby. NL West. NL West is,
You're pretty much between the Padres and Dodgers.
yeah, and you know what? I think the Padres are gonna do it this year.
Wow. All right. So you're agreeing with me and Cam for both NL Central and NL West.
Yeah.
I thought at least one of you would pick the Dodgers, but clearly I've been
I
mistaken.
think the Dodgers are falling off a bit.
Yeah, they didn't really do anything in the off season, which is why I'm like,
And they got
"Mm,
destroyed last postseason.
the goose is real."
The goose was real, and it was not for the Dodgers.
All right. Now here comes the fun part, because you get to pick the three teams in the AL who were not good enough to win their division, but just good enough to make the playoffs.
So, for the division winners, I did say Yankees, Guardians, Astros.
So you can't pick those ones.
Yeah, so I think that the wild card winners, out of what I've seen, I think the Mariners are still gonna make the playoffs this year.
All right. So Mariners.
I think that the Orioles are gonna make the playoffs,
Ooh, all right.
and probably also the Red Sox.
Okay, so that's a complete departure for what Cam thinks of the Red Sox.
To be fair, Kodai Senga did say that the Red Sox don't have the desire to win,
Yeah.
so I can see why Cam might be saying that.
Yeah.
Cam is a bit fervent about the Mets, which is fair.
Wow, so all three of us have the Orioles in the playoffs, pretty much.
Despite me shitting on them a moment ago.
Yeah. You know what? Cam actually picked the Orioles to win the AL East.
That's I can't say I agree, but
Yeah,
I guess
I said to him, "Man, that's a bold pick right there. You sure you want to
what did
go
you
with
pick
it?"
for AL East?
I picked the Blue Jays.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I picked the Blue
But,
Jays because I didn't want to pick the Yankees. I didn't want to be boring.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I did say the Yankees would make the playoffs though as a wild card. Cam just
As for the NL wild cards, I think that those will be the Phillies,
okay.
the Dodgers, because, you know, they're still a good team, even if they've fallen off. And the third one, I hate to say this team's kind of on my radar. The Cubs. I think the Cubs will make the wild card.
Really? So the Braves are out?
I don't think the Braves are going to make it this year.
Wow. All right.
I feel like they've fallen off a bit since the
they
offseason.
they added a star catcher to replace an already pretty decent catcher.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
But all
Nah,
right.
but I've already placed my bet.
Yeah. Scoomington
So-
going with the Cubs, even though he hates them. He hates their guts.
I hate their guts. The thing is that I'm scared of the Cubs because of the fact that they have been making moves and they are a better team, it seems, than they were last year.
I just hate them because they gave me trauma.
It's okay. We can both hate them because they're division rivals.
2015 will always scar me. All
In
right.
terms of
Yeah, who do you think is gonna make it through the AL between the Yankees, Guardians, Astros, Mariners, Orioles, and Red Sox?
I think that ALCS will probably come down to Guardians and Astros.
Okay. And then who wins it?
I hate to say it, I think the Astros.
Yeah, that's fair.
For
That's
the
100% fair.
for the NLCS,
You and Cam both went Astros, and then I went with my gut again. Went with a bold pick and picked the Mariners.
that's valid. I think the NLCS, on the other hand, who did I all say would be in there? Mets, Phillies, Cubs, Cardinals, Dodgers, Padres. I think that the NLCS will probably come down to, I'm gonna say probably Padres and Mets.
And then your NL champion will be
Hard to say, but I'm thinking the Padres.
Padres.
And I think that, well, my final prediction, I know I made this exact same prediction last year, but I think it's more likely now than it was last year. I think the Padres will win the World Series.
Did you pick the Padres last year?
Yeah, I did.
All right. I
I mean, well, I think we all bet on the Cardinals, but
No,
then when
we
the
all-
Cardinals were eliminated, we all thought the Padres
Yeah.
might pull through.
Yeah. All right. I also picked Padres for both the NL champion and the World Series. Cam picked Mets.
Yeah, that's a very Cam decision.
All right.
Cam, if you're listening to this, like afterwards, I love you. No
All right.
homo.
Now you get your Orioles pick, which is basically from worst to better.
What team I think will make the most progress, like
Yeah.
that is low on the ladder?
Yeah.
You're gonna like this. It'll bring a smile to your little face.
Oh boy.
I think it's the Pirates.
Hell yeah. We all think
I think
it's
the
the
Pirates
Pirates.
make the most traction this year.
We all think it's the Pirates, baby. It's all covered up black and gold. All right, Scoom. Well, thanks for coming in, doing your predictions.
No problem.
Now we're going to cut back to the original recording right now. I'm going to wrap up this episode of SCS Baseball. If you're excited about opening day happening in about 2 days, comment down below. Comment down who you think will win the World Series, and maybe also who you pick will be the worst team.
If you say that the Astros or the Yankees are going to win the World Series, you are banned from our comment section.
You're banned from our comment section. You are never allowed to comment ever again.
Actually, no, you're just banned from subscribing.
Yeah, no. We will take away you subscribing from us.
We don't care if we have like 6 subscribers. One of them's my mom, but like
One of them is my mom.
one of them is actually my mom as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm glad
She supports us.
I'm glad Mom supports us.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Cam's mom.
She's probably gonna look at us. She's probably gonna look at me tomorrow and go like, "What the bloody hell?"
She's gonna look at you like, you picked the Orioles? Really?
I'm like, Mom, I swear.
She'll be like, you really picked the Orioles? But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode of SCS Baseball. Get on the ball with SCS Baseball, and with that, we will see you next time. Have a great
Bye-bye.
weekend. We'll see you next week.
Yeah! Back to 1 week recording!
All right.
Man, I hate women.
Kim, you can't say that.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot. You have a girlfriend. You cannot say that.
Well, I'm still gonna say it anyway.
I hope your girlfriend kicks your ass in real life.